Hey guys, Coach Amelia Dear here. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are feeling good and doing good. As y'all can see, I'm doing good, okay? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling better. I'm definitely feeling positive. And sometimes, guys, as you're going through your journey, I just want you to understand that you got to learn when to really lift yourself up. You know what I'm saying? Like, as you're growing, you're going to have moments where you just think about so how far you came, and it can get overwhelming to a point where you're like, my gosh, so we're kind of taught like to hide some emotions, but guys, let those emotions out. Like you worked hard, you stay strong. It's okay to take a minute and literally just waterfall. You know what I'm saying? Like, let it out. I know sometimes people be looking at me like I'm crazy because sometimes I get so excited, and my friends kind of know me. Like, when I get so excited, I be like, "Oh my God, stop! You're gonna make me emotional." Cause like when I was younger, I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. I was the crybaby. So I think that's just literally what I do when I'm excited, when I'm sad. Like, I tear up a little bit. So um, I don't know, obviously, if that's you, but I know, like, after I let out a little waterfall, like, I be feeling better. You know what I'm saying? Because I just be like trying to hold it in, and it's like, no, I'm excited. I'm letting it out. I like to express my emotions, and that's the best way to control your emotions too. Like, sometimes when you hover and you keep your emotions in, that's why when something goes so wrong, you cry out of control. You know what I'm saying? Because you was holding those emotions in for so long that it's like they finally like, I'm free. You know what I'm saying? So that is one tip. I don't even, I didn't even think about talking about this, but that's one tip that I use just to keep control of your emotions. Because let's say if you get so happy, and you're someone that gets watery eyed when you're happy, you know what I'm saying? But you don't let it out, So now when something tragic happens and you're sad, it's like 10 times as worse, because now you got a happy sad and a sad on top of that. So now you just a wreck. So guys, to prevent running into a wreck, when your emotions are there, let them out. You gotta let them out right in the moment, but deal with them. Don't run from your emotions. And sometimes we're taught to kind of like hide the way we feel, and I gotta disagree with that, because when I was hiding the way I felt, I wasn't happy. So I don't hide where, I'm not rude. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't mean be rude and just let people know. No, y'all know how to change up some words. It literally means face your emotions when the time is right. When you have a moment to yourself, face your emotions, and I promise you, when you go out into the world, you will feel better. You won't feel like someone, is just after you and stuff like that. Like, those are just little things that it could play tricks on you. A lot of times we don't realize, like, our mind will play little tricks on us, and we start to. Okay, I guess I'm talking about this topic today. I was going to talk about something else, but I'm going to talk about this. Sometimes, because it's flowing, you know what I'm saying? It's natural, so I'm going to just keep going with it. But sometimes when we don't deal with our emotions, like, our mind will start to play tricks on us, okay? And in some words, it's called like delusions, and what that means is, in your mind, you'll create a story, and that story seems so real that you start to believe it, and then you start to project it onto people. So for instance, say you're in a relationship, right? And your significant other says, hey, I'm going to work, and then I'm going to the store, and I'm gonna be a little late because of X, Y, and Z, right? Now, they don't have no other suspicion about cheating, right? But if you are someone who lie and cheat, then you start to think that that's what other people do. You know what I'm saying? So right? Your significant other tells you, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Then hang up the phone, right? So now you go in your head, you hang up the phone, you sitting there by yourself, and you like, she probably not going to work. She probably lying. She probably this. She probably that, right? That is create now right there. You're creating a story in your head about what someone can possibly do because they told you something that they're gonna do, but you don't believe it. So because you don't believe it, because you have trust issues, you are projecting those, stories onto other people, creating conflict. All right. So now, right, pay attention to how this is working in a lot of people's lives. So now I keep saying she. I want to say she so bad, but he or she is at work doing what you're doing what they doing, right? You are not in their presence, so you're suspicious. You're not believing what they told you, okay, for whatever reason. So now they come back in your presence. Now you asking questions. Now you interrogating your significant other based on the story you created in your mind. You get what I'm saying? And now your significant other is like confused because it's like, I told you I was going to work. You know what I'm saying? So now you making them feel that they can feel that energy. They can feel that you are interrogating them. You're making them nervous. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's like you just created a conflict that wasn't there. It just wasn't there because now you're fishing for it. So now your mind is trying to make that story true. So now your mind is continue to play tricks on you. And now your mind is asking particular questions like, yep, that mean that. Yep, that's what you did 3 years ago to such and such. So I know she did that. So now your mind is going back and forth with you and you just pushing that person away. Because that person can truly be honest and really be working and doing what they're doing and minding their business and faithful to you. But because you never worked on your trust issues, you are bringing those trust issues and those delusions and those stories into a present relationship. Now, in case some of y'all missed it, because I know that got a little confusing, but understand, guys, that when you have trust issues, you have to work on them. When someone hurt you, you can't assume everyone is going to hurt you, And I could even say, like, I definitely had an ex that was just on the verge, you know what I mean? Like, doing unnecessary tests. You get what I'm saying? Like, you going the extra mile to try to prove your theory. When, guys, what happens in the dark always comes to the light. You don't have to always go out of your way to try to find the truth. The truth is always right in front of you. If you gotta go extra miles and extra miles and extra miles, that's the truth right there too. I'm not sitting outside following you to work. I'm not following you around. I'm not going through your phone. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doing that. I think I had way back a relationship where I dealt with that my future relationships, like, I'm not going through your phone. I'm not. And even my last relationship, they just knew I'm just not the type of person to go through your phone. I feel like if we have trust, I don't have to go through your phone. And if you are doing something behind my back, maybe it'll take me longer to find out. But I'll find out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go that extra mile. And honestly, it's probably one of the reasons why I wasn't stressed. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna cause. I got business stress. I got work stress. I got family stress. I'm not about to have this relationship stress too. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, if you gonna do what you gonna do for no reason at all, like, I know I'm good. I know I'm a faithful lover. So because of that, I'm not going to be the one that's fishing, be the one that's, or we ain't gonna make this about me. But I just want y'all to understand, like, from my experiences and me being the one to fish and then being the one to just sit back. Oh, honey, sitting back is so much more easier. It's like you see so much more. Because when you fishing, you looking too hard. You ever notice, like, you lose your keys and you looking and looking and looking and looking and looking and looking and looking, and you drive yourself crazy and you find your keys. But if you stop looking, they just show up. You know what I'm saying? It'll just show up. And you be like, oh, okay. But the difference is when them keys just show up, you didn't stress yourself out. You didn't go through panic mode. You get what I'm saying? Your body was at a standstill. And they show right up. And I mean, maybe I didn't know this part then, but I just knew I didn't want to be stressed. Like, I know if I went looking for something, I'm going to find something. So I'm not going to go look for something. If God want me to see something, he going to show me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to just sit back and be neutral. And a lot of us need to learn how to be neutral. It's like when you're not neutral and you start fishing, it's like you create a conflict. Because now it's like, why you think I'm doing something? You doing something? You know what? Now you're arguing about absolutely nothing. It's nothing because y'all don't have no facts. Y'all don't have no evidence. Y'all just have theories. So y'all arguing about theories, which in all reality is arguing about nothing. So, ladies and gentlemen, be careful with how you think about things and put yourself into situations, and just be mindful that when you are in love with someone and you do have a relationship with someone, you don't really have to go that extra mile. And that goes to friendships too. Any type of relationship, friendship, familyship. I mean, I'm just using that as an example so you can understand. But even with friendships and familyships, let's say, let's result. I don't like to. Let me take a pause. Let me take a breather. I gotta breathe, y'all. Y'all don't understand because I'm speaking on this topic just to enlighten and help people in the world. And a lot of times when I'm enlightening and I'm talking about this, like, people in my life now take it personal. Please, if you are in my life at this moment, I'm not talking about you. Stop taking it personal. I had like 3 or 4 friends say, was you talking about me in that video? And it's like, no, I'm not talking about you. The most I would talk about, I guess let me just talk about it since I'm talking about it. I'll talk about an ex. I'll talk about something I overcame. So if we still friends, you get what I'm saying? More than likely, I'm not talking about you. You know, I mean, I can, but I'm very, I value my friendships. You know, I value my relationships. I value those relationships that I wouldn't, you know. And I feel like if you think that I would come on here and do that, then as a friend or a family member, then you clearly just don't know me very well. So I'm just gonna address it just because it's hair on my chest. But moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, like, a lot of the experiences I talk about, these is like 10 years, 5 years ago. Like, I mean, y'all could know I'm not that young, but I'm not that old either. But these are things that I just remember happening to me, and I remember the lesson from it. So even I don't even think my exes keep up with me and watch my videos. So maybe they'll see years from now, okay, you know, you taught me a lesson. You know, it's never no bad blood. Like, I'm not trying to put anybody on blast. So sometimes too, even watching certain videos, guys, like, don't create a story that's not there. Please. And if you are someone that creates a lot of scenarios in your head and run with it, you know, that is a definite sign that you should definitely get a coach or get a therapist, because it's more serious than you think. We neglect our mental health, and we don't think that our mind has the power to create unrealistic scenarios. Even like a lot of us have fear, right? Fear is creating a scenario, right? And believing it. Fear is, I'm not good enough, right? You fear that if you do something, you're not good enough. Guys, that is not real. You get what I'm saying? Like, it can be real if you believe it. You get what I'm saying? But in all reality, you are good enough. You have to grow. You have to work your way up. It's not even a matter of are you good enough. It's more of a matter of where you stand in that position at the moment. You know, like you work this hard, so you only grown this much. You work a little harder, you're gonna grow a little more. But if you let fear come and intervene and block you and say you ain't good enough, you're never gonna be able to elevate and move. You're always gonna kind of be standing still. Now I'm over here like, I'm like, what am I gonna title this video? I just gave y'all like 20 Jews there, and I'm just like, whew, that was deep. That was deep. That was deep. Some of y'all really understand it. Some of y'all just won't. And it's like, there's no better way to explain it. It's no better way to make it clear to you. There's no better way to help you, but you have to start helping yourself. You have to start being more realistic. You know, like some of us have, we've gotten so comfortable with our ways and our way of thinking that we don't see different. You know, we don't see that there's a different way to do it. There's a different way to think about it. There's a different way to achieve it. There's a different way to succeed. There's a different way. There's a different way to fail. It's different ways of thinking. Just like it's different ways to cook eggs. Just as simple as different ways to cook eggs. It's different ways to think. And if you are someone that always thinks in a negative light and creating negative scenarios, then it's time for you to make a change. Some of us don't believe that we could change because maybe we've heard one person say it or two people say people don't change, and then we run with that. People don't change is not a fact. It's not. I never even seen it on Snapple Facts. Like, what y'all don't understand is that we all change. We either shrink or we grow. But either way you go, baby, you change. When you stop growing and you stand still, your mind stops working. So you start to shrink, okay? If you don't feed your mind positivity and constantly challenge yourself and constantly aim for goals and constantly working on yourself, because no one is perfect. If you don't do any of that, you're not going to grow. So then when you see other people working on it and other people growing, and other people elevating, now you in the corner. Now you pointing fingers and judging them, and now you become a little bit of a hater. When you become a hater, you shrink. Instead of being inspired, which is a positive thing, you're being jealous, which is a negative thing. So you have to change your way of thinking so that you can see a clear picture. You need to learn, you need to heal yourself, heal your mind, heal what you have been going through, do the actual work, apply the knowledge, And then you'll start to see better results or different results. Because who's to say they're better? Maybe you are comfortable with living a negative life, so it may not be better for you. But you'll see a different result. Okay, you will see more than likely a more positive result, definitely over time. Some of us think everything is Uber and Amazon Prime, so we want things to happen overnight, and they don't. Realistically, things really do take time and practice. And even me, you know what I'm saying? I still have to reread my notes. I still have to, educate myself more. I still have to be more aware. Yes, I'm aware of this, but now I need to be more aware. Even the other day, guys, I'm sitting at Panera and I'm just working on some work on my computer, minding my total business. You know what I'm saying? Like chilling. And then, this guy, he asked us, can he come sit and talk? And so it's a free country. You are more than welcome to sit at the chair as long as you are 6 feet away. You know what I mean? So he comes and he sits. And I didn't assume anything negative. I didn't judge. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I don't know what he got to say. He could be positive or he could be negative, but let's hear it. You know what I'm saying? And so he started off okay. He started off what he was saying. He asked me what I was working on. And I said business. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on some business. Like, not to be rude, but it's none of your business. Like, I don't know you, sir. You know what I'm saying? And then he, as the conversation went on, he made comments about my physique, which I understand a compliment, but sometimes, like, it's a way about talking to women that men should have a certain type of respect. And not to say every guy that comes and asks me what I'm working on is going to be rude like that, but I wasn't expecting it. And so I now am more aware that, okay, when someone says that kind of slick comment, you can definitely, don't be afraid to shut it down like this, because he came off nice, so I wasn't rude, and I'm never rude to anyone. But, he was uncalled for. You get what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like, it was fresh. That's what I call it fresh, And it's not like I'm sitting out with little shorts on. It's not like I'm, twerking and stuff like that. Like, I'm literally on my computer minding my business, like at Panera Bread, like drinking some coffee, like flip flops on, like you get what I'm saying? So overall, I mean, I can't judge the guy at all, but overall, and you seeing this, he know he's talking about, because it was just like it was just like ill. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like, anyway, let me not get too into it. But now I'm more aware that, some people are not trying to, well, I know some people are not trying to be friends, obviously. But it just made me be more aware of my response. Like, maybe next time, maybe I was too nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I can be more rude and nice at the same time. Like, like maybe I could have been like, no, don't sit down, Because I mean, guys, I don't know. I'm over here like, point is, once I left there, I felt uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't feel uncomfortable when, certain guys come around. Like, I should be comfortable to sit at Panera Bread and mind my business. But it just made me more aware, like, no matter what I'm doing or what I'm saying, like, some people are who they are. Like, him being rude and disrespectful was just him being, he had to bother me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had to just, so I got to be more aware and not be so engaged, like, I think I was not too engaged, but I was just like, I gave it too much attention, when I should have just been like, hey, I'm busy, not right now. Next time I know, hey, I'm busy, not right now. Get to the point. You know what I'm saying? Because he obviously felt real comfortable to say what he said, and that made me more aware. Like, all right, for future reference, just hey, no, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't we not even talking. We can't even talk. That one person messed it up for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta come real correct. And it is what it is. So when you what does this got to do with what I'm talking about? Because ladies and gentlemen, when you dealing with certain people and you growing through certain things, you have to be aware of everything. You can't just be sitting around like in a bubble. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be sitting around thinking this is how I am and this is how I'm gonna stay. No. So take time to understand yourself. Take time to understand what you like and what you don't like, and take time to learn where you can use some help. Like, it's okay to say you need some help. Eventually, I'll probably be at a point where I need a bodyguard. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't have people just walking up. You know what I'm saying? Like, hello, sir. Like, no. Like, back up. Like, ew. So just understand your situations that you're in and learn from it. And grow from it. And move forward from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't sit around and be, excuse me, beating myself up like, oh my God, maybe I did this or maybe I did that. Oh no, maybe he was just crazy and you missed it and you just need to be like, no, sir, don't sit here, mind your business, or maybe you could just walk away. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes we love to like beat ourselves up. Like if we really did something wrong, like sometimes you do, but sometimes you don't. So you got to be aware to realize where you didn't do anything wrong. You sitting down, minding your business, at Panera Bread, drinking a coffee, it's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with it. I didn't have a big speaker that said, come sit next to me. I didn't have a sign on my set that say, hey, come sit next to me. No, I didn't do anything wrong. So I'm more aware of, just protecting my energy and telling people, no, you can't sit down. I'm working. I'm busy. Leave me alone. In the nicest way. Here's my card. See you later. Bye. Oh, gosh. All right. Guys, Coach Amelia did here. I hope my video brings you some inspiration, some motivation, some clarity to really do what you need to do. Okay? And stop making up things and thinking it's true. And do some work. Do some real work. It's time to get up. Do some work for real. Okay? Let's not be just pointing the fingers. Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. And definitely if you somebody too, like, you always in a situation, like, always, like, every day, something going wrong, like, every day, like, if you somebody that's like, they get on my nerve, every day, okay, they get on my nerve every day, and you letting them, what can you do to stop that? It's that simple. We make it too hard. We make it too complicated sometimes. All right, guys. Coach Amelia did here, and I'm gonna see you guys. I'm gonna see you guys on my next video. I got a great topic coming up. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna see y'all at my next video.